Yeah, I'm really happy with these $2 clearance hummingbird feeders. I got a spot hung for them, but Diana whipped me up some hummingbird food here. 4 cups of water boiled, and then 1 cup of sugar. And it's going to be El Natural for our hummingbirds. I'm going to fill these containers up and go hang them. I know it's winter, so they may not be active this time of year, but I at least want to get the scent going. They're attracted to both the smell and the red and yellow there. That is how they find it. And once they know where we hang them, I think they're going to be happy. Okay, Opie? You want to see some hummingbirds? See some hummingbirds? Yeah. All right, you sure, Eric? Let's do it. Oh, a little crooked. A little crooked. Hang on. Right about there. 1 more screw. Is that straight? Happy with it. Oh, yeah. 1 more final touch. Yes! Yeah, that is gorgeous. I think that came out great. Not the first time I've done 120 volt Romex. I wired up my whole other shed, Babe the Blue Box, with Romex, but I knew I was going to need it because actually in the future I do want to have a ceiling fan, a 110 volt ceiling fan. So I brought the Romex, coiled it up inside, and installed a 120 volt light. That is a 60 watt equivalent light that only runs on 3 to 4 watts. So it's going to set power. It's not the dusk till dawn version, but I have a timer inside so that I can operate it and have it turn on whenever I want and turn off whenever I want. Doesn't look like much right now, but I'll get back to you tonight. I'll show you tonight how well it lets this up, because guys, before I did that, I was holding the whole fixture in my hand. I put it above the door. I put it in the middle right here. I even put it over here thinking I could, it's there. That's where it's at. That's where it's staying. We have a porch light on an actual porch deck. Okay, hummingbird feeders are up. Now we wait. I can use my app on my 360 camera, and I can spin this guy around and I can watch and see what they do on the camera live from anywhere. From anywhere, that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, got that one there, and then I got this one over here on this corner, which I think this is gonna be more popular. Oh, I actually moved the trailer Swift also. Oh, good evening everyone, Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic. Here at the homestead, I will be uploading this video with some Connecten internet with that big bad router there from Connecten internet working really well here off grid. I moved trailer Swift, guys. It was fine where it was at. It was getting lots of solar, but I want everything to be a little closer. I want to bring camp together. So I'm going to be adding some new cameras here later to the property. And I'm probably not going to show you exactly where they're all going, but I would like everything kind of combined in one smaller section so that when I start developing and putting more rock down, I don't have to go as far into the mud. To the point where, like Diana and I have already talked about the idea of not bringing the truck. Again, I think I've been over this, but if you're new on my channel, I have a 475-foot S driveway that goes out to a non-maintained dirt road. And then I have 3.8 miles of dirt roads. A mile of that is more non-maintained roads by the county. And then even the maintained roads by the county, they're pretty muddy. So by the time you've driven through mud, rain, snow, slush, get all that mud, no matter what I've tried to put down here on my driveway, it is still not a rock driveway, it's a mud driveway. So if I could contain the mud out there, park all our vehicles over here, and then Diana suggested getting a wheelbarrow for our groceries, and then bringing the wheelbarrow onto some nice rock right here in the center here. Yeah? So we're thinking There's only so much we can do in the winter. Got the water totes moved over here into the sunshine. I think that looks great. That may be a future solar panel array right there. I don't know, but yeah. Today, project-wise, I'm gonna be working on the shed, and I noticed after I got the trailer put in that it's not getting a whole lot of solar in the afternoon, in the late afternoon. As a matter of fact, this big juniper right here is casting a lot of shade on the 750 watts of solar on the trailer. And I want it to get lots of juicy solar, so I'm gonna be trimming this back a little bit. Bus is doing great. NautiBus, 5,500 watts of solar on the roof, doing great over there, but fine, I'll fire up the chainsaw again and cut some tomorrow. It's gonna be 56 degrees tomorrow here. We do still have snow on the ground though, mostly in the shadows where the sun does not hit all day long. Everywhere else it's just very, very muddy. Muddy. Do not walk past the pink flamingos and try to walk through there. You will have 4 to 6 inches of clay mud on the bottom of your boots. So, and of course, like I said, I wanted to show you what it looks like at night. I love how it lights up the porch area. It's a perfect color, not too bright, not too white, not too fake. Just a perfect little ambiance there. And then if you walk in front of my motion sensor lights, those will obviously light the whole yard up more. But I'm not gonna move right now because I just wanted to show you what it looks like. Just the porch light. Very cozy at the cabin. Okay, good morning, guys. Sun shines up, and right now, panels are fine because the sun's right there. But as the sun starts to move, those junipers are gonna block. I would say they're gonna block the panels from like 3 p.m. till 5:30 here in the winter. So, yeah, it's gonna do a little bit of trimming. Okay, I think that came out really well. Just enough to keep solar on the trailer, but I still left some of the juniper. And don't even try to tell me that you saw it, because I never see these things. Guys, I found another one. Literally right in the middle of this mess of junipers. A beautiful, healthy pine tree once again. I did not see that, guys. Look how happy it is to be in sunshine. There's actually a couple other branches spouting out there, but it's going to get lots of healthy sunshine here. And I left a lot of the juniper. Got big piles over there we can burn next season, maybe this fall. But yeah, now we're going to get lots of juicy solar. Also, a little update on the other pine trees that I cut that were buried in junipers, because I did have some arborists, some professional arborists, that's what they call themselves, tell me that I had actually killed these pine trees by opening them up to full sun because they're not trained for full sun. People have been telling me that the reason I'm finding all these pine trees buried in the alligator juniper is because they can't handle full sun, but they do really well in there. However, my pine trees, and the sun has not even started hitting them yet till like noon, they're very healthy and they are loving the sun. In fact, on this one here, you can see that the outer 1.5 inches of every branch is greener and fresher. Look at this. Look how much happier the tips are. That means that it loves the water, it loves the sunshine, it's growing new branches, happy, green, very happy branches. So, I mean, so far, my pine trees are loving the extra room and sunshine. And so again, I don't know. Looks like I didn't kill my pine trees. I hear crickets. Nobody's saying anything now. That's the only problem with YouTube, is everybody is so anxious to say, Eric, you're wrong, I'm a professional, blah, blah, blah. And there are millions of different things that people tell me they are professionals in and that they know more about me. And yet I get everything done. It all works out. I'm not gloating. I'm not saying I'm right and other people were wrong. I'm just saying I'm glad that the pine trees are doing well. That's all I'm saying. Got a few more little projects I want to do. I'm going to go get the Harley. The roads are finally dry enough in most spots that I can get the Harley from Kevin's Vagabond down here to Tater Acres. I need to do some work. There's a broken tail light on it that I got to repair. And so I think Diana's going to drop me off in the truck. And then tomorrow again, we got to go to town again tomorrow. We have 3 empty tanks here. So we'll get that done. Now look, guys, I love y'all on this channel. I've tried to be nice. I have tried to be like extra, I don't know what you call it, just real with you. Like most of my viewers understand common sense and right from wrong. Know the difference between yours and mine type thing. And I think I've also talked about just my need for a personal spot out here. I've been pretty clear about, you know, don't come onto my property. All joking aside, this is not where all these signs are going to be. Diana and I have decided to put up some more signs. I will point out, yes, some of you have figured out where I live. Wonderful. I'll be sure to send you a cookie. What you don't want to do is make a decision that's going to change your life. Don't trespass on my property. Behind the scenes, Diana and I are also dealing with another issue going on, specifically related to us posting more no trespassing signs around the entire perimeter. I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't need to say this because the majority of people watching this video are like, obviously I wouldn't come out there, Eric. But yet there continues to be videos encouraging people to come out here to this exact address. And there are 3 specific individuals with Google accounts. You should be checking your mail. You're going to be getting a certified letter from Apache County Sheriff's Office. And this is going to be a continuing thing. I'm going to do everything that Apache County tells me to do. There's more going on behind the scenes than I'm going to explain to you in this video. Just going to keep it light. Diana's going to come with me. We're going to walk our 5 acres. We're going to place these signs strategically all around the 5 acres. I also have an update video coming soon. Or maybe you've already seen it now. I don't know the order, but I have more cameras and a new system to install here on the property. Guys, there's a right and a wrong way to do it, and a good and bad time to see me. And taking the advice of some of my haters and showing up on my posted property here, not a good idea for your future. Not a good idea. I know you know the difference from right and wrong. I know you know your property and my property. You cannot walk past a no trespassing sign. And Yeah, go ahead and film it. Yeah, go ahead. Film it. Put it on TikTok. That's what Apache County wants. They want to see your evidence of you on my property. That'd be hilarious too. Yeah, I'll get some popcorn for that. I don't want this video to end in a negative way. It's just there are some extra things that I have to do as a YouTube creator to protect myself, to keep Diana safe, to keep our property safe, and also just to kind of tell you guys, think before you do something crazy and stupid, guys. Because if it's illegal to the world, it's also illegal to do it to me on YouTube. But again, Diane and I are gonna handle this. We're gonna do it our way. It's been documented through Apache County. The 3 people are going to get certified letters and have court dates. So enjoy that. Don't do it again. Stay off my property. And remember also, all you other hater channels out there creating content and advertising, there's going to be a paper trail. So I know you think you're untouchable. All I did was just post the address. I didn't. Look, you can't just post people's address with no reason. In every state in this country, that is harassment. If you are posting people's address for fun, that is harassment, period. Look it up. I mean, I can't believe I have to say that. And there's going to be a paper trail, and your emails are connected to their emails. And so, I mean, really, you're not untouchable either? I'm coming for you too. I'm fine. Everything is probably fine, guys. Just, it sucks that I have to deal with this kind of stuff. And my focus is on the driveway, as well as potentially the road. I've already made an appointment for another $2,500 worth of rock and $500 of tractor work, and I'm just dreading it already. I really am, because although everybody says that's your life, Eric, every month, every penny I have has to go to rock. I'm exhausted by it, but this is not going to continue for the rest of my time out here. This is something I absolutely did not have to deal with at Taterland. Yeah. But it is my life. It's what I have to deal with. So Diane and I have also considered moving the cabin, the shed that's 475 feet away, putting it right here. Putting it right here, right by the road. Which defeats the whole purpose of having 5 acres, I guess. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. If my budget for the rest of 2026 is all tied up in rock, then when am I going to put a fence up? When am I going to put my gate up? Hard work, guys. It's hard work. I think I need a break. I think I might take a break. I think I may fire up the bus and just go on a road trip. You know, it's the 100-year centennial of Route 66. Anyway, I'll keep you guys updated. See you in a few days. Bye-bye.